Fight here, a little altercation going on. I don't know what started it.
Well, Brian Branch was involved in something, and there was a little exchange, and then people came running. I think that was Juju Smith-Schuster who came running into that.
Just glanced up and saw two Chiefs, one Lion, and then, of course, everybody coming on the field at the end of the game. And look, and there is a pretty significant brawl going on here. The back end of that over to the right. Pyrotechnics going off because the clock hit 00. But that does not take away from what's going on. The officials are all on the perimeter of this, and now the officials are heading off the field here as this thing is left to settle down.
And Mahomes was at the bottom of the pile, and smartly a few of the Chiefs dragged him out of there.
You're off the field. There's number 0 right there tied up with Trey McBride. And, you know, you get a little hand up to the face. You can see the frustration. Football's an emotional game, but that's when you get caught, right? It's a lot of times something happened and it got caught in the masses. And, yeah, I mean, Kyle Shanahan is not going to be
activity between those two. That's where the flag came in. Right there.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is walking, and then he just, bam, throws a punch right at Amon-Ra. Makes no sense to me. He gets ejected, and then Javon Kinlaw, he actually hits the official, who then throws a flag on him for unnecessary roughness. Like, this is all bad. And what's really Quan Martin is down on the side, and he is now pointing at Dan Skipper, who is on the ground. Looks like Taylor Decker goes, pushes him a little bit, but the officials immediately threw a flag on Quan Martin. He clearly didn't like whatever Dan Skipper did to him. He continues to argue and argue and argue, and I can't say enough about how surprising this is that this defense is just so out of whack right now.
All right, let's take a look here at the right side. Yeah, so he shoves Mitchell Evans in the top of the head, and then Ike Ekwonu comes running in to defend his guy.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 55. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Hoyt gets tagged.
Yeah, Hoyt got up pointing the other way. He thought he drew it, but the officials saw that he was the instigator, and Ike Ekwonu.
Line with flags at the back end. We had rough stuff going. A couple of officials got taken down in the pushing after the initial flag was thrown, so this is going to take a minute to sort. Start with Ben Skoranek, the gunner. There he is, 15 for the Steelers. Bo Melton, 16 for the Packers.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. The instigator was number 51 of the kicking team. This is a 15-yard penalty. It's first down.
So that's Herbig. That's the one they've got, and it will take
you that drive. And you can see he wanted to go for it.
They got into it over on the sideline. I don't know.
I don't think I'd mess with either one.
I wouldn't mess with either one of those guys. I would get out of the way.
For the first down, and a little shenanigans going on down the field with
out of my way.
And now today, here's the.
Well, this is just a moment ago.
Frustration for the Commander.
Snap. Here he goes. He walks there in front of Dak Prescott. Did he spit? Did he spit on him? I think he did. There you go. There you go. And the official was right there to throw the flag. Brian Neal, the umpire, who was keeping an eye on that confrontation. No idea, obviously, what was said. But Jalen Carter out of this game before a snap. Chris, that's, first of all, I got no idea.
Something that tells you what they think about him, what they think about the team, and how they're going to handle this season moving forward. When you're an enforcer like that, yes, you're definitely upset about the penalty. Yes, not that smart. Thankfully, in this situation, it really didn't hurt him that much. But what you like better is to see the team standing up for their guy.
So the back and forth afterwards, Simpson went over high. There was a double team push.
Yeah. Just talking it out. They're just talking it out.
And he's still talking, Ramsey.
Yep, still. See, that's all they're doing.
Talking it out.
Yep.
No penalty flags on that.
Focal point in this game early. And we get penalties. And a little skirmish on the field here.
Got helmets getting ripped off. No love lost here between these two organizations.
That's Mikey Samers.
A lot going on here. Just guys playing hard. I like the old TKO right there. And then you got all the linemen coming in behind.
Yeah, Dean Blandino is with us as always. Dean, is that first penalty may be on that suplex move there, right?
I think it is. Based on when the official threw the flag, I think it was that suplex, as Tom mentioned, the TKO move.
Well, you know, this is of Detroit. They're going to take on these blocks.
Play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 32. 15-yard penalty, and that foul will count as the first towards disqualification.
Hey, can I have my helmet back? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying, wait a minute, that belongs to me. And just rip it off.
Well, you could have let go, right? Once that happens, it's not a penalty till he's just like, you know what? I'm upset that you keep blocking me after the play, so I'm going to grab your helmet.
And I'm going to.
Kareem Hunt takes it and gets the first down. Another third down conversion on this drive as there's a flag late. Creed Humphrey's been pointing.
It's the hand up late. 15 yards for the Chiefs right here. Kelsey gives a little push. He comes back with the punch.
To the head. We will see what the referees say.
And the return will stop him at about the 23-yard line. And Melissa, that's where Dak Prescott and the Cowboys offense, once the fisticuffs end with Maris Leofau with the helmet off, fisticuffs aren't going to end. Flags everywhere. Welcome back to Cowboys Eagles. We've got 4 different flags thrown after the scrum. Leofau's helmet was off. He was right in the middle of it, 35. Records or the current records for these teams.
And Cooper DeJean looked like he was the one that was grabbed the face mask. Couldn't tell if he was actually the one that took it off. But then it was Lee.
And hits him up on the head and then hits Lamar Jackson. And after that fan, it wasn't celebrating at all.
And there's some extra stuff at the end of that play. More flags are flying. Keep in mind what happened here last time these two teams played. Logan Cook had a fistful of someone's face mask. Logan Cook, the punter. But we had that ugly brawl here last year, the hit by Alshire against Lawrence. Officials do a nice job to get them separated quickly. Well, all kinds of stuff going on at the end of this play. You see the jawing there. Christian Harris comes flying in, and that really started things. So how severe could this potential penalty be on Christian Harris, who may have ignited that little skirmish?
And gets hammered, and here comes the flag. Nick Scott had some problems, so there's going to be a reaction to this. Getting a little spicy down there. We have not had a penalty in this game until now.
We'll say this, man. When you've got a dynamic quarterback like this, just go ahead and take a listen.
Oh. Yeah, that was Nick Scott, who, as you can see, as soon as he got up, it was a smart, quick slide by Fields once he knew he had the first.
Houston has a 4th takeaway tonight. Flags as he shoved out of bounds. Smith-Njigba got in there, trying to make a play on Stingley. They've been going at it back and forth tonight. That time it was Smith-Njigba playing the defensive role there.
That is just a heck of a read right there at Stingley Jr. He finally gets one. How many times are you down 2 scores when you have created 4 turnovers.
24 of the intercepting team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
The intercepting team, so the stiff arm. Now all you see why Smith-Njigba got worked up. Yet Stingley Jr. knocked his helmet off with a stiff arm. He shoves the TV back, and then he gets run into. Only 1 penalty called in all of that, and it was
pushing and shoving as well, going away from the ball. Look at this.
Tristan's got his hand in there. Uh-oh.
Wow. Tristan Wirfs, which is the guy that came back, their superstar left tackle. 4-time Pro Bowler, getting in there with multiple Eagles. And I think it started with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, tempers flaring. Everyone's talking a little smack. Certainly Baker is a A-plus trash talker. And Quignon's getting into himself like most young corners. And I love the offensive lineman over there trying to protect their quarterback, but I wouldn't pick on Tristan Wirfs. Quignon, I love you, but that's a big man.
Stood in the back. Roger said, I'm not taking part in the tush push. I'm going to stand back in victory formation and just watch. And now
flags.
I think they're going to call it on Dallas Turner. Oh, now DK Metcalf's getting in. I think there's going to be a second. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to call 2 personal fouls on Dallas Turner, because when DK Metcalf came in, I think Turner might have punched him in the face.
Wow. That gets you thrown out of the game.
Yeah, so let's take a look here.
Williams hard running, gets a first down across the 30 to the 33-yard line as Jake Ferguson, for University of Wisconsin man, takes that block all the way into the bench area. Was it Ferguson or Spanford? Let's see who was over there. I'm not sure.
Take a look here at the end. Skowronek gets a push. And Byron Murphy.
He's the strongest man in the pen, apparently.
That looked like a little flop.